Generally with smaller cars, one can expect some kind of harmonious driving experience, simply because everything's so small and neat and acute, like with a short wheelbase and the steering, 0 to 60 test. However, with this car, it's a little horror story. What you would initially expect to be a very easy car to drive, being such a small car, is in fact not. This turns out to be one of the most tiring cars I've driven lately. This particular model has done the best part of 125,000 miles, which is a fair old whack, I suppose, for a French car. But it's so tiring to drive because the whole car is all over the place. I'll give you an example of what I mean. If I give the car a little wiggle test now at 40 miles an hour, the whole car boats around so much. It boats around like a big van or a big 4x4. This is a small car. It's a short wheelbase vehicle. It should not be boating around like this. I would be nervous as heck to do an emergency swerve in this vehicle. In fact, I think if I did an emergency swerve in this vehicle, I wouldn't be able to control the car. It is disastrous. Going around a corner, a roundabout in the rain with this front wheel drive, you've got no chance in hell of controlling this car whatsoever. It's absolutely an absolute death trap. Now the wing mirrors, they're not too bad to be fair. I can see where I've been. Rear view vision's fine. Plenty going on. Obviously anybody watching this video either owns one of these or they're thinking about buying one. So I suppose what we should really concentrate on is how the car is now after 120,000 miles. Now back to the steering. Even on modern cars I can move the steering wheel a little bit before the wheels follow. To be fair, this one's actually quite tight in that respect. And the front wheels do respond pretty earlier on, so there's not a lot of play there. There's not a lot of lag. In fact, it's quite good. This is the 5-speed manual. Very noisy car. I'm aware of noise everywhere. Underneath, behind me. What on earth is making noise behind me? I don't know. It's tiring in every sense of the word. This car. Everything's a strain. It's more like trying to steer a wheelbarrow than anything else. Now as I go around this roundabout now, let's get an idea of what it's like on the corners. You go around the corners, the front end just sticks in, which throws you out of your chair. I can imagine in the rain this car understeering all over the place. I personally wouldn't buy one of these. In fact, if someone gave one to me, I'd refuse to accept it. It really is that bad. Gearbox is dreadful. Certainly hasn't worn very well. Now let's see what the brakes are like. I'm not going to do an emergency stop. I'm going to just do a firm brake to see what it's like. 3, 2, 1. It's pulling right over to the left. It's like putting your foot up against a brick wall. There's no ability to apply a gradual pressure at all. There's no synchronization with the calipers. I suspect it's just discs on the front. Dreadful. This car is a death trap. Anybody thinking about buying one of these, take it from me. I get to drive a lot of cars, and this is one car you most certainly don't want sitting outside your house. If there's anything good I can say about it, for a first time car, well, it's quite small and neat and nippy, looks okay, but you're better off with a Fiesta. You're better off with an old Vauxhall Astra, because this, fortunately, as it's French, it's a load of rubbish.